overshadow the fact that she's also an extremely talented actress and a true star of the big screen. Her latest movie, Grace of My Heart, has won hearts all over the place. She's been here before, and I've been counting the days until she returns. 602 days have gone by, and here she is at last, Patsy Kensit.
You sad sod. You didn't count the days, did you really?
Yeah, I did sort of. Yeah, I've got a very, very intimate question to ask you.
Go on, ask me.
Well, it's a psychiatric question. It's sensitive, it's delicate. Do you have notes in the refrigerator?
Do you know, we were just talking about it. The kind of notes you leave is, you bastard, you ate the cheese. Where were you last night? I can't wait till you get in, because you're going to really have it. I mean, you know, it's the very...
It's when you think of it, it's not a bad plan, because they're bound to go there, aren't they? Right?
Exactly, yeah. That's right, at some point, yeah, looking for that bottle of water as they come in with their, you know, parched mouth. I mean, no, it's my Bible, that video, and obviously that's it. We watch it nightly, and I'm trying to follow it to the letter.
Sure.
My voice is broken, have you noticed?
Your voice sounds wonderful. You sound like Alpha Mullard or somebody. What's happened?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's I just talk too much.
Really?
Yeah. Verbal diarrhea.
You're not sort of smoking a lot or anything?
I don't smoke. Do you know, all my friends are so surprised as well, because they always say, of all the people, you know, Patsy, we think you don't smoke, and I never have. I've never smoked cigarettes. I've never inhaled like Bill Clinton.
You're obviously proud of your new film, Grace of My Heart, which has been very well received. Are you always pleased with your movies?
Well, now it's great to say now. Thank God, you know, I don't have to work now to pay the bills. So I did for many years. You know, I was a working actress, and I was fortunate because I get offered these songs, but a lot of them were butt awful and in really bad movies. And now, you know, I'm just picking the right things, and you know, they may not turn out to be the best movies, but I'm learning and you know, growing from them. But the worst film I ever did was this movie with Elizabeth Hurley, right? And it was set in Malta. It was about these two girls from Manchester, right? We do the worst Manchester accents, and we're like, yeah, so come over here, will you? And everything. And you know, I live with a Mancunian, so I mean, he'd be cringing hearing that. But anyway, so we played these two girls from Manchester, and you know, Elizabeth's very, very frightfully like that, and they're just going, yeah, come on, Sue, over there. And I'm really like trying to like really talk like that, like Coronation Street, go, just go. So yeah, so we're doing this really bad film. We're in Malta, and it's a completely German crew, right? And we're the only English girls. The lead actor's German, and her and I. And the Germans are like, right, so we do one shot, and they go, okay, come on now, we're doing the next shot, come on now, move that, girls, move that box over there, come on, set the light up, you know? And we're used to like chilling in between the scenes and everything. And Elizabeth, I've got to say, she is the best laugh. If it had been any other actress, right, I would have killed myself. And her and I, we just, you know, it was terrible, because there was such a divide between the two of us, but it was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. There's shots right over my shoulder, on Elizabeth, and you see my shoulder, I'm laughing so much because it's so bad. And you know, I'm doing a scene, and I just tell you one last thing, okay, I'm rambling, but the director, right, one day, he thought he was making a masterpiece, and it's so bad, it's sad to say. And he sat me down one day and said, you know, Patsy, the thing about this movie is, it's not Lethal Weapon 2, it's not Spielberg, Sharks, it's a psychological thriller. And I'm like, okay.
It is. You're on the cover of Vanity Fair as a representative of swinging London of the 90s. Here it comes again. Are you a swinger?
I'm not a swinger at all. I have swung, but I stopped.
I'm not quite sure what a swinger does. You know.
Me neither. It could be.
What do they swing?
Exactly, and where?
Anyway,
and how big is it? I don't. No, I'm like, you know, I'm obviously I'm a parent, and you know, I have the odd hedonistic weekend. You know, my son's, you know, gone to see his dad or whatever. But no, I mean, I like staying in. I'm a real homebody. And so.
Well, young people live together nowadays. They have done for some time, in fact. But you've already been married twice, almost 3 times. Why are you so keen on marriage?
I love weddings.
You like weddings?
Yeah, I love weddings. No, I'm a good Catholic girl, you know, and that's it, you know. I think, you know, because I joke about it with my girlfriends, you know. I've got a sense of humour about myself and everything, and obviously I'm madly in love and stuff. But the thing about it is, both my parents are dead. You know, I don't have very close family, and I think that I'm trying my hardest to recreate it. You know, and I do believe in marriage. You know, and I believe in the family. So I'm going to give it my best shot. And you know, you can't knock somebody for that, really.
No, you can't, but it all contributes to the press feeding frenzy, and you suffered with that recently. How do you cope with them all sitting on your lawn, eating their individual fruit pies and waiting for you to say something, anything?
Well, I've got to say, right, you know, because it can get pretty stressful, and you find yourself, you know, you get cabin sickness, you don't leave the house for days and whatever, and they're outside, and it's such an intrusion. But I've got to say, the great thing about me and my boyfriend is that you know, we do laugh all the time, and there's all this madness going on, right? And him and I will just suddenly sit down and we'll just piss ourselves laughing. And you've got to laugh. You can't, you know, I've been trashed pretty badly, and both have, and I'm not asking for any, like, you know, like, oh, anyone feel sorry for me, you know? It's like, I've chosen my life, and I'm living it, and that's great. But, you know, you've got to laugh, because if you don't, then there's just no point, is there?
No, there isn't. How did your parents cope having a child star in the house?
Well, I wasn't really, I mean, I loved acting, you know, and I was very fortunate, because I came from a very working class background. And I managed to sort of, the work I did, I paid for myself to go to the convent school, which is a very good school, so I kind of got myself out of the area a little bit. The thing about it was my mother never let me do interviews as a child, which was a great thing in the end, because I was allowed to grow up and become a spotty teenager and the kind of, you know, the gawky, horrible adult that I am. And not, you know, people tend to think of you as this, you know, I remember her when she was 6, and I don't want her to become a woman, you know. But the real reason that she didn't let me do this, and I can say this now because my mother's dead, and she was, you know, I adore my parents. My dad was in and out of prison all my life, you know. So she was afraid that, you know, should I talk to the papers, then it was, you know, someone would go and expose us. And I was, you know, she didn't want me to go through that at school and everything. So, but my dad was a really colourful character. I mean, he's the first man I fell in love with. He really was.
What about your son, James? What would you want him to grow up to be?
I'd like him to be a footballer with a degree in law and medicine.
Why not? Yeah, well, why not? You're a bit of a lad yourself, you know. You recovered from Euro 96, you followed all that. You were in there with Gascoigne, weren't you?
I did, but yeah, that was great.
And you've been seen at boxing matches, too.
Yeah, yes, I've been going to boxing, and the first proper fight that I went to, I went with Liam, and it was in Bethnal Green, and a whole in Bethnal Green, you know, and all the old firms down there and that, and they all knew my dad and everything, and I sort of came in there, and I had my arse felt by everybody as I'm walking through them, and it was pretty horrific. But anyway, there's this guy called Scrap Iron Ryan fighting, okay, and he comes...
Scrap Iron Ryan.
Scrap Iron Ryan, yeah.
Scrap Iron Ryan. He sounds a very gentle character.
Exactly, he's got no flat nose, and he comes out to any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. He's got a flat cap on, and I was sitting there with Liam, I was trying to impress him, because, you know, he's down in London, I said, oh, this guy's great, you know, I know all about him, he's fantastic, he's like brilliant, you know, he's really, you know, his white guy, he's absolutely brilliant, you know, ding ding, the magic, it's going to be fantastic. I looked down, he was on the floor. On the floor. So I tell you, I love Steve Collins as well. He inspired me to get I've got a Celtic warrior, because that's what he has.
He's got tattoos, yeah.
He has got tattoos. I think that's what he has in the thing, and I have a tattoo too.
Yeah.
I do. Would you like to see?
You sort of just look down there.
Would you like to see?
Yeah, I'd love to see your tattoo.
I'll put it on your lap.
Good heavens.
There you go. It's Gaelic. It says Celtic warrior.
That says Celtic warrior.
Would you like to kiss it? They're clean.
Well,
go on.
I could get into terrible trouble.
Go on, get it. Go on. There you go.
I'm going to get into terrible trouble at home.
So will I.
So will you. What's that? What he's not going to think, really?
Yeah, you're in trouble. You better be careful, mate.
Yeah. He's a bit of a Celtic warrior himself, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
Champion.
Show us the other tattoo. You've got another one.
Oh, yeah, no, you see, I had that done when I was very young. It was a heart, and then I had it made into a shamrock, and then...
Oh, right. And then what does it say there? It says L-I...
Say it.
L-I-A-M. Liam.
Oh, you said it right then, because when you said Liam Neeson,
you
said Liam.
Liam. No, I didn't. Did I?
You went, it's Liam, you dick, out there.
Patsy, kissing your feet was a very, very special experience for me, and I hope it was for you. I hope you don't do that to everybody.
I've never had that done before. You know that? First time.
It's been a perfect pleasure talking to you, as always. I want you to come back again. You do a couple more movies, come back again.
Can I?
Yeah, thank you very much, Patsy Kensit. Who's finesse the finale?